everyone, it's Laura the Beauty Buster, and this month we are talking about self-care stretching because as you know, we are all sitting in a chair, bending over most of the day. If you're doing lash extensions, your hands are like this all day, you're bent over, and we need to take care of ourselves to lengthen the amount of time we are able to work and to work in a state of perfect health because that's what we all want. These are things that we tell our clients all the time and we never do. So today we're going to talk about some of my favorite stretches to do as I am sitting at work. You don't need to go anywhere. I do it right in my chair. So let's start. I like to do, I'm going to put my hair back, the ear to shoulder. So I just call it the ear to shoulder hang, and I just try and get my head as close to my shoulder as possible, and I can stretch myself. If you are really flexible, you can use this arm to kind of gently pull. If not, you don't need to pull. And make sure when you do this that your shoulders are down. That is one of the most important parts. You always want your shoulders to be down. I find that my shoulders keep raising as I do it. And then, of course, I will do the other side and see how close I can get to my shoulder as my shoulders are relaxed and I'm breathing. Don't hold your breath during these. Your breathing is the most important part. The next one is reverse arms. So you do those shoulder rolls where you go backwards and forwards, and then we're gonna go forwards. And if you do these really slow and really think about every move, you will really feel the stretch. And when I go back, I like to make sure that I am squeezing my shoulder blades. Because most of us are hunched over, we wanna put our shoulders back, and then you wanna squeeze those shoulder blades together. Sometimes I'll just even sit up straight and breathe, and then push my shoulders back and make sure like my shoulder blades are tight in the middle there. Another one is you're going to turn your neck this way, put your shoulders down as far as you can go. You can push it a little bit more if you need to, and then back to center, and then back to the other side, and I push it a little bit more, and we go that way. It feels really good. Okay, so I'll also do sometimes little semicircles. So I'll put the ear to shoulder, and then back a little bit and just roll. And it feels really good when I get to right about there. Then I'll come back to center, put my ear to shoulder, and then kind of just roll semicircles. And sometimes I'll just hold it a little bit. Okay. Then I'll sometimes take my arms and I will kind of hold it. And then, you know that like Beyonce move? And I pretend I'm Beyonce. Right? Beyonce. Yeah, in my dreams. Okay, so then I just kind of pull, and I sit up really straight when I do this, so I get that really nice pull through the side. Another one you can do is interlock your fingers, and you go up straight, and then I'll also like kind of go back as far as I can, and then kind of like, you can see how I'm like putting tension in between my shoulder blades, squeezing them, and then release. Squeezing them and then release. That one feels really amazing. And then I shake my arms out and I kind of go back. This is when I do, if you're sitting and there's a wall behind you, I put my hand on the wall, put it on my couch, and then I kind of rotate my shoulder and then just put a little pressure on there to give that nice stretch, and then do it on the other side, and it feels really, really good. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, you can put your hands on your ears, and then you put your elbows up and then kind of do the shoulder blade squeeze again. It's hard to say, but squeeze your shoulder blades. All right, that's some good work. Make sure you really, really breathe with it. And then let's do some wrist and fingers and hands because that's where most of our attention goes. I like to do this where I put my arm, wrist up, and then I will slowly press my wrists. And then I will even sometimes twist it just a little bit. Just a little twist like that. And then, of course, do the other side. Another one you can do is you're going to put your arms forward. Your shoulders should be down, but for the camera purposes, I have them raised. And then you're going to put your hands down and then rotate them out. So put your hands down. Ooh, I just felt something spring. And rotate them out. Okay, that one feels really, really good. I will also do these wrist circles. Okay, and then wrist shaking out, because that's always really good. And our whole arms, shake them all out. And then also another thing I like to do is, and one of my massage friends taught me this, is to get a bowl of ice water when you're working all day long, and if you've got any kind of carpal tunnel or nerve damage, he would get a bowl and fill it with ice and water, and he would just submerge his hands in the ice water, and he would get immediate relief. It's, it feels amazing, and it's really, really refreshing. And then after I do that, sometimes then I'll just take my hands and put them on my face, because then it feels good. And then like the back of my neck, if it's a hot day and you're working a lot. Another thing I like to do is I call the finger teepee. So I'll put my hands together like this, and then I'll kind of just, you can't tell, but I'm really pressing them as if this was not pressing them. And then I just match those fingertips, and then I start pressing and just kind of like really stretching, and I'm pushing them against each other with a lot of pressure, and you're going to adjust that pressure. And I kind of go like this. I don't know if this is really a thing, but I made it up, and it feels really good, because when I'm doing lashes, my hands are always like this. And so I need to kind of like get them to go back and spread out these fingers. And sometimes I'll even do like a little finger spread, and that feels really good. And then another thing you can do is arm scissors, and you can do them in front a little bit. And then I like to go back like I'm rowing. Squeeze those shoulder blades and forward. Go back, squeeze the shoulder blades and forward. And then sometimes I'll just do like this. And then after a couple seconds, I always like to end with a little shoulder roll and like a little whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm glad I did it. Thank you guys so much for checking in. Do your stretches. Let me know how they feel. And I hope you feel amazing.